Is it?
Hi, and welcome to this episode of Into the Black. I'm assuming we're rolling. I don't know. Pip and Minala are invisible, so it's just gonna be Club and Percy tonight. Except
Either
not. I just assume Lily has not finished climbing the stairs, and there she is.
I'm here.
either
Uh,
either we're like rolling or it is just doing some intro thing.
Jake
uh,
is supposedly listening, so maybe he can confirm.
Jake is busy and may be back later after he takes care of some business, but second to the right on the top is the Techno Club Man Club.
Oh yeah.
Bottom left is Percy, the paranoid operative. Just because he's paranoid doesn't mean everyone isn't out to get him. And finally is Maynala, the buff, aggressive negotiator. And just tons of game. Nothing but game.
She has 100% of the hookups.
It's true.
All day.
Are we keeping a score? Are we keeping score?
I haven't scored and no one's
Excellent.
on the scoreboard yet, so.
Another notch on her bedpost.
Uh, there's a form. There's a form you fill out. She's a bureaucrat. When last we left our heroes, they had talked to Blue Ion, gotten more clues, piecing together this conspiracy, but seemingly more and more questions being asked. And then their hand terminals, which had been set to listen for that signal to try to find whoever paid to have them killed, pinged. They went into the vest quarter, they investigated the apartment building, and on the top floor found the hideout this assassin had been using. And despite the assassin's best efforts to escape or kill them, they subdued her and currently have her tied up and about to be interrogated on the fire escape.
Yes. It's accurate.
I think we should bring her in from the fire escape. This is a little
Sure.
precarious.
Yeah, I can heal her up, but if she's stable, then I'll wait to do it till we're like at the ship or in a secure location.
Well, we can take her inside because we probably want to keep investigating this area a little bit. We'll just restrain her.
Can somebody search her for bugs?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
She's a bug.
Does the bug have smaller bugs attached to her bug body?
Give me a check you feel is appropriate.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't have my character sheet up. Upper. I feel like this would be perception, right?
Yeah, perception feels right.
Perception or sleight of hand.
No, yeah, you should have said sleight of hand faster.
You,
I'm really good at that.
I would say not sleight of hand, but perception makes sense. You do a quick pat down, and she's got lots of sort of weapons and technology and things, and you take that stuff off of her. If any of it was a bug, who knows?
Right.
Great.
You'd need more time to
I'll
investigate.
take it
this.
into the next room just in case it is a bug.
Makes sense. All right, so I'm assuming you've got her kind of tied to a chair.
Yeah.
All the stuff off.
Um.
Pip is on the fire escape watching the door.
While Percy's getting her settled, like unless Percy needs me there for backup, I mean she's unconscious, so I doubt it. I just want to check all the other exits and entrances to this area that's not the fire escape. I know we came through that one door, but there could be another door, so I'm gonna check.
You find roof access. You find some vents you think a humanoid could squeeze through very carefully, but no other ways in or out.
All right. Cool. I will. I mean, I'll tell Cobb and Percy. I'll tell everybody about those, and then if we're gonna interrogate her here, I think one of us should always be watching the door and the vent and the roof access place too.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Yeah. All right.
So before she passed out, she said someone's gonna kill her. What was the name she said?
She said Cap.
Cap. Yeah,
Cap.
Cap's gonna kill me. I wrote it down.
Steve Rogers?
She said
No way.
Cap is gonna kill me.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Anybody have any smelling salts? Wig her up.
I'd take a medicine check to resuscitate her.
I have a thing that can heal her.
That would work as well. That would work for her.
I could heal her a little bit. Kind of was my idea. and then she'll be awake, but like not feeling amazing, so you can still be willing to ask her questions. Let me just make sure I like do it correctly.
You're the diplomat. Are people more susceptible to answering questions when they're in pain?
Depends on the person.
Depends on the pain.
Okay. So.
I shamelessly
I
stole
don't
that
roll
line.
for it.
Leverage.
They just heal 8.
It just heal 8.
Yeah, it's inspiring boost. Well, so technically it's supposed to be for an ally, but
We can briefly ally ourselves with her.
So how does this ability work?
so it's a standard action. It's called inspiring boost. It's from my class, and it's somebody within 30 feet, an ally who's somebody who's it says an ally, but they have to have taken damage at some point, like in the last.
She
10
is
minutes.
not your ally.
Yeah. Okay. So
I'll just medicine check her then.
Yeah. Then
give me a medicine check.
That's fine.
You have a first aid kit, right, Percy?
Yeah.
He does. No, he does. You do. You have.
No,
Like,
you've said before.
You have a med kit.
I do. I have the medical expert stuff.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. You're able to, sort of give her a little something that kind of she comes to and kind of looks at the three of you, and then just sort of gives this sort of frustrated sigh, just, and then stares at you with the big compound eyes.
Now you want to take this?
Yeah. I'll just,
The eyes are freaking me out.
yes.
They have little dots like a praying mantis that do look around.
Dude,
Oh.
praying mantises.
I want to get just out of her range so that she can't crane her eyeballs at me.
She can crane her eyeballs back pretty far.
Damn.
But you can stand
Just
directly
keep
behind her.
shuffling.
Can we sorry, this is out of character. We're just trying to this is the who does she work for? We figured that out.
You don't know. She said,
So
Cap's
this is
gonna
the one
kill
we
her.
don't know who.
She said, Cap's gonna kill me, and then she passed out.
Right. Okay. This was the signal that we traced, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sorry. Okay. Cool. Yeah. I'll telepathic and I'll do it so that it like broadcasts so that Claude and Percy can hear the question that I'm asking, as well. Would you prefer to be dead?
She says that's gonna happen either way.
Well, would you prefer it to be sooner and less painful, or later and more painful?
She kind of gives you a confused look and says, "Are you threatening me?"
No, I'm actually trying to help you. If you'd prefer for me to kill you painlessly, I will do it so that you don't get killed painfully later by someone else.
Euthanasia, the best ulterior
But that's
option.
not a threat.
She says,
If you don't,
"I appreciate the offer, but I'll save my answer."
right? If you prefer to not be dead, that's also reasonable, and I could try to help you with that.
I think not be dead sounds good.
Okay, great. I can work with that. Not dead. So in the interest of you being not dead, can you tell me a little bit about who Cap is so I can make sure that you are not dead by him?
Or her.
You get kind of a confused look, and says, "You don't know who it is?"
I have a hunch, but I want to hear it from you. I can roll bluff if you want,
Sure.
because I have no fucking idea.
Steve Rogers, obviously. Possibly Carol Danvers.
I rolled a d29. I'm sorry. I'm having a moment. Okay.
Less than 20, so I will allow the first one because it is
okay.
a number less than
and
20.
then add 8 to that. Yeah.
27.
Yeah.
If it was like 24, I'd be like, no, that doesn't work. And she says, Jan, I think, is overestimating you, but I thought Jan was overestimating you, but apparently not. He got me after all.
Jan Vokulis. At it again.
Yawn.
Okay, for everybody else.
More like yawn.
Yeah, that's the big bad guy who's made of all the things and was super scurry and owns
General
Snake
Grievous.
Baker. Yeah, cool. Just want to make sure we all remembered. 'Cause it took
We'll
me-
make a fine addition to his collection.
Um,
Well, where
He's
is
cool
he?
on it. Where
Oh.
you left him?
Blackrock Station?
Yeah.
did he decide to set it up as his new base?
It's for whatever he's planning.
For some reason, I thought they destroyed it.
He sent me here to kill you for. Prevent you from meddling any more than you already have.
Well, what does he want anyway? What are we meddling in?
Beats me.
Um,
Seems he's gonna kill me for something I don't even know
sorry.
about.
She said beats me. Can I sense motive to see if she really doesn't know?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'd like to do that. This one is a weird one, so I have to do a couple rolls. So take whatever that is, add 3, and then also add 4. So what? 14. Not very much, but
She's hard to read.
okay, that's fine.
She says he plays everything close to the chest. As far as I know, he knows what he's doing, and that android Sidol knows what they're up to.
Sidol was his second in command, right?
She sort of shrugs under the binding and says, "He just sent me here to get rid of you for."
Just some loose ends.
Paying off those thugs would have worked if friends hadn't shown up.
Hang off those thugs. I don't remember what happened.
You
Let's
got
talk about the bar fight.
Oh.
Did anyone else escape Blackrock? Is anyone else an issue for Jan?
not as far as I know.
I mean, we know about Nicked. So it's possible we'll be a hit on Nicked.
And the chicken.
And I can telepathic that to Bob and Percy and Pip.
Mhm.
Nicked is at risk because he also was let go.
All right, good.
So where's this cap of yours?
No,
Captain?
Cap is Jan
That's Jan? Okay.
Yeah, he's at Blackrock Station. So
One second you're calling him Cap, one second you're calling him Jan. Is it a first name basis or not?
Not if he can hear me.
Sounds like a complicated work relationship. Sounds like something's happening that shouldn't be.
Well, how do you identify yourself to him when you go back? There has to be some way that you identify yourself to the station. It's not like they board each other.
That's true. Like, are you asking like if they like have like a code that they communicate through or a channel?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not that I'm gonna tell you.
And where do you fit into all this? He clearly thought you were capable because he sent you after 4 of us.
First of all, rude.
I didn't say you weren't capable. I just thought it was
She's
strange.
clearly not. She's tied up. So.
I thought it was strange that he sent one person to deal with 4 people. So clearly he trusts you very much. He has a lot of faith in you.
She kind of, under the bindings, shrugs and says, "Fighting you for one-on-one was never the plan. Thugs didn't work. My next plan was either decompressing the hangar bay you were in, or taking out a couple of you from a hide. Didn't get that chance.
So you don't have any backup?
Shifty worm.
Not here."
Can we sense motive on that?
Sure.
Like,
And then she kind of looks at you all and says, "But if I don't check in, they'll be here promptly."
Okay, so 12 plus 3 is 15. So I got 15.
I think she's being honest.
Okay, yeah. So she had the backup.
Maybe we want some of them to check in. We can use that. Because he's just going to keep sending people after us.
No, I understand that. I'm
I think we
I don't-
still need her communication mechanism.
I just don't understand why he thinks we're a threat.
Well, he wanted it to be a quiet takeover, and we kind of rained on that when we involved the authorities.
Yeah, but it's not like we're going back in there guns blazing.
But do you think that they're just gonna be nice to us all of a sudden? They're just gonna let whatever it is that they have against us go, whatever weird grudge they've decided?
She kind of looks at you and studies you and says, "What did Jan want from you?"
I don't know. To pull over.
Weird, disconnected pieces of information.
He probably wants you dead because you know important things about whatever it is he's up to.
That's a good point.
He doesn't want anyone else having access to that information.
Thank you, prisoner. Thank you for helping us solve this puzzle.
It's the least I could do for you to not shoot me in the face right now.
Personally, I was going to knife you in the throat, but no difference.
Intimate. I like it.
It's quiet.
Do you want to roll an intimidate check?
I'm not trying to intimidate. I'm just being honest.
Are you intimidating them?
Sure.
Sure, if you're trying to be intimidating, roll an intimidate check.
It's not working.
Tiny Percy talking about stabbing this professional killer.
Mm-hmm.
Not really going to shake her.
We had to take her down. Yeah, okay, so there's...
How long have you been working for Jan?
Longer than most, less than others.
Wow.
Started working for him a year ago, year and a half.
And what made you come on? What made you join the crew?
He wasn't like the other asshole captains I'd had before. Or at least he didn't seem to. Even splits of halls. He seemed to have rules I liked, but he wasn't soft like the other captains I'd worked for. He knew how to do what needed to be done.
What would it take for you to report back to Jan and tell him that, let's say, your hangar bay airlock plan worked and we were floating out cold in the vacuum of space right now?
Assurances. You can hide me very, very, very well.
You can arrange that.
No particular loyalty to Jan. It was a good gig. But I'd much rather, keep these antennae moving rather than die for some weird sense of loyalty. That's a mammal thing.
It's very logical. Yeah.
Well, why don't we bring you down and, drop you off at a place, right? Where do you want?
I got some witness protection shit.
Oh.
We could drop you off at some border planet, off the grid.
Isn't there someone else we agreed to do that for?
The chicken? I don't know.
No, we agreed to bring someone to a border planet and let him go.
Percy, are you
There
able
we
to
go.
set some up with somebody up with a new identity?
I bet I could figure that out if Pip helped me. Help me get into the system. I could probably work out how to create a fake identity pretty convincingly.
Fair enough. Okay.
Two people
Yeah, I
in
mean,
this
we can put
colony.
that into the offer. Be like, we'll set you up somewhere else, fresh identity.
What was the name of your steward guy who interrogated you before?
I have his name.
Oh, the agent / detective / whatever.
Sorry.
/ really aggressive interrogator for Club /
Very attractive.
military captain for Pip.
Yeah. Let me,
/ Men in Black agent for me.
Yeah.
Wapo.
Complete with memory white pen.
I'm looking it up. Stewards.
This I did not see.
Dives. Inspector Dives.
All right, Inspector dives. Never mind. Okay, continue.
Okay.
They say Border World probably not going to cut it. He's good at finding people.
Where would you
Besides,
wanna go?
I'd just get into trouble there anyway.
Fair.
Um,
Makes sense with your skill set.
I say, did any of you say like witness protection?
Yeah. I said we
muttered
could
that
set
to
you up
Quab.
with, I said we could
Okay.
set you up with like a new identity somewhere.
That would help. Preferably with a group of people who want to keep me alive.
Can you think of anybody that's true for right now?
I don't know a ton, but I know enough about his plans and his operation. I could be valuable to the right authority if you could get me there and vouch for me.
Uh-huh.
You think we should take him to dives?
Something like that could be arranged.
Which authority is it that you're looking for?
And I mean, we have a connection to stewards, so that's who we would take her to.
FBI.
Is that who it is?
But
The FBI.
FBI. Why don't we go to Stewart's?
We already did. It was all thing.
no. He's saying take her there. I agree.
Oh yeah.
And
No, I meant us,
would
but
look at
yeah,
you.
okay, cool. That too.
I'll say,
That's what you said.
why not-
FBI.
I said, I think that sounds pretty reasonable. I'm gonna go look into how feasible that is as an option for you with my contacts. Before I do, can I give you some advice?
Her antenna moved forward to indicate she is listening to your brain.
Whatever Jan is planning, you need to get out now before it goes down. It's gonna be really bad.
And she says, I am aware of who I work for.
Just saying. Okay. I'm gonna step out.
Mhm.
And are Pip, Percy, and Cobb, like you're good to chill with her.
Yeah, I'll stay and watch. I'm gonna call the stewards.
We don't need to do it now, but my plan is basically to get a little bit away from this neighborhood, but then I want to contact Dives. He gave us his like direct line. I'm pretty sure he gave us.
Why do you want to leave the neighborhood?
I don't want somebody to overhear me, and I don't know how bugged it is right here.
Probably go on the roof.
Could go on the roof, but
There's the whole station is as densely populated as right here.
oh, okay. I thought this was like a really bad part of the station, so I just like
You're in the vest quarter. It's not terrible.
okay. I'll go. I guess
It's definitely kind of a shady area.
I'll go on the roof, but then be like as far away from where she, like directly above her, as I can be.
Mhm. Yep.
And just like check my surroundings before I call him. But like we don't need to do my call with him now if you
Cool.
don't.
Let's jump back to Percy. What are you doing?
Yeah.
And Klopp. Percy, you've got the pile of stuff.
I want to start investigating the. We didn't really get a whole chance to look into the computer monitoring system that she's got here and stuff before the death bomb went off.
I forgot to make the swarm of nanites do something, so they don't do
Alright.
anything.
Oh yeah, like some dead nanites.
Are
You
they-
forgot to recharge these. You need to every 6 hours.
Mhm.
Just so you know.
So what are you? You're looking at the computer terminal?
Yeah.
The computer terminal appears to be a communications box, sort of a way to, piggyback on any signals Absalom's sending out, and then send out other messages to other places.
How capable would I be of taking this back to the ship?
Give me a computers check to see if you could disengage this thing.
Oh, I got the red wire.
You go back and you look there, and it is hooked up in a weird way. This is something that you haven't seen before. It's like an idea you've read about, but you don't know how it works. You could definitely have somebody else take a look at it. And with enough time, you could look up how to do it.
I don't know. You need some help back there.
Yeah. This wire management's all just chaos.
It is total chaos. It's like nothing makes any sense back there. Possibly on purpose.
Yeah, I'm surprisingly good with my hands, even though they're giant. I'm pretty good at manipulating this stuff.
Are you good at mancing techno?
Yeah, I'm good at mancing some technos. Plus the shocks don't really hurt my fingers. It's great.
Oh, nice.
Computers.
Yeah, go for it.
That is.
I'm all about piggybacking signals.
Oh.
Oh boy, look at us.
Probably you haven't seen anything like this. You're both just looking at this thing, and the bug woman just kind of like telepathically sends you a laugh.
I think
petty.
I think we need the rat.
Yeah.
You can call him inside. You can make a roll.
All right. Does anybody have access to cheat?
Yeah.
Rob and I are real busy. We don't even have time to look at this. Yeah, it's a very simple machine. But I was thinking maybe we want to take this back to the ship if you want to have a look at it.
Yeah, sure. Looks pretty cool. So he's gonna go back there and let me find his character
Looks like it might be worth something.
I think it'd be worth us eavesdropping.
His sheet is on like his funky thing, so I don't know.
Basically a police scanner.
What you have access to. Fuck.
Damn.
Oops.
Fuck.
It's supposed to be Pip.
That's fine.
But whatever it is, he comes over and he's like, sure. And he just gets out some little wire cutters and is like, crimping some wires and stuff.
That's what I was gonna do.
And then folds it all up all nice and neat and he puts it on the desk.
Thanks, Bub.
No problem.
He goes back outside with his giant gun and
Yep.
fires.
Excellent. So you've got that thing. Seems to be what she was using to send out her, like, I'm still alive, still working on it messages.
Mm.
Yeah. Was she building, like, the nanites? Was that her little pet project, or was that just something that she had in, like, a defensive?
Would you like to inspect them?
Yeah, definitely.
Give me a engineering check.
All right. Pep, no.
What?
No, never mind. I think I got it. Let me see. Yeah, no, it's
Excellent.
fine.
Are you just examining the nanite grenade?
Yeah, pretty much. Well, I wanted to see if there was something controlling it around too, but I imagine that there's not, since it's a grenade.
From what you can understand, it's sort of this little canister full of these little tiny robots about this big, with little, some have little bitey appendages, some have little capacitors, and some look like they just explode.
Okay.
And they seem controlled by something in the handheld thing, in the canister itself, that's really just gives it instructions to murder.
Good little murder grenade.
They look like someone made them by hand, but probably not her. You don't see any stuff in here that made them. And she has one other of those canisters that did not get used.
All right. Since this one was a dud, can I reload it and kind of put it back together?
You can certainly try.
All right. Another engineering.
Don't blow your hands off.
I'll try. I mean, big thick hands, as I said, but.
Mighty claws.
You're able to kind of put it together, and without breaking anything, but you have no idea how to recharge these things or get it to work again. That would require more examination, but you have it.
Cool. Maybe
She
I can
also
get
has a second silence grenade, like she used on you at first. Yeah.
I'm not used to being quiet. Maybe I should try one of those out. Does anybody else want one for any reason?
There's just one.
This is the one. You can have it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. I'll take that.
If I'm doing my job right, they don't hear me anyway.
Seems to be all she has of value. Mynala, you're on the roof. You got your hand terminal out.
Yep, I'm gonna make
Call the direct line to Special Agent Dives.
Yeah, I'll call him.
It rings a little bit, and then his face appears, and he says, Mynala, it's good to see you again.
I would like to think I'm still wearing the Vescanasium shirt.
You definitely are.
Okay, thank you.
If he finds it strange, he hides it well.
He doesn't react. Great, amazing. Hello, Dives. I have
Some
something
Hello Bosley shit.
that might be of interest to you.
You get some raised eyebrows. Go on.
And since we got along so well last time, I thought that I should call you before I called anyone else.
I appreciate it.
The information is quite sensitive. Are you in a place where I can speak freely?
He seems to push a button, and then you see a little red bar appear at the top of the screen that says secure.
LOL. Jake would laugh. Okay, great.
Or encrypted.
Right. No, it's just funny. Cool. It's HTTPS now.
Mm-hmm. It's end to end. You got some end to end encryption going on.
Sweet. Okay, great. I was gonna say, I have someone who is in the employ of Jan Vokulis, alive and captured right now.
Where are you?
I'm going to ignore his question right now. She is willing to speak with someone in exchange for witness protection. Are you able to offer that?
He sort of seems to think for a little while.
Like, I'm trying to imply,
says,
like, or should I ask someone else?
He says, what is the nature of her relationship to Jan Vokulis?
She was a hired assassin sent after me and my compatriots who you interviewed when last we spoke.
And he says,
she's been working for him for over a year.
That changes things. I can't promise witness protection, but I can have a skimmer there in 5 minutes, 10 minutes to take her off your hands.
Can you promise when you pick her up that she will think that you can promise witness protection?
I can promise she will be taken into custody of the stewards, whether she wants to or not. We'll have that discussion once I meet her face to face.
I'm basically asking if he can just lie when he picks her up so that she's willing.
If that'll get her on the ship, sure.
Great. Excellent.
You can tell her whatever you want.
Okay. I think we both know she has every reason to be afraid of revenge for any information she's able to give you. So I hope I'm trusting the right person. And then I'm going to hang up the call and send him my coordinates.
Excellent. You're going to get a text, sort of just a text-based message back that just says, I'm on my way.
Great. I'll go back into the space and I'll nod to everybody and then I'll telepathic to Miss Sharon. Be like, my contacts will be able to help you. And they'll be here soon.
She nods and says, by the way, my name's Zach.
I was going to say, do you have a name? I was going to ask. Zach?
Zach. Z-A-C. Zach.
Ooh, we should get Zach's.
With a C-H?
It's pretty far away for all of us now.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, well, we got you what you needed now.
And
Any
she,
chance that we can get that communications code?
She kicks her feet up on the table in front of her and just says, it's a code word they change all the time.
I'm going to tell her it would be really unfortunate if when they arrived here, you were actually just dead.
You intimidating her?
Yes, I am.
Give me an intimidate check.
Can I loom in and assist?
Like, and I'm basically saying, like, they don't know you're fine.
Lean in.
I just told them there's a body.
I'm a bit. I got
Make then you make an intimidate check as well, Claude. And if it's DC 10, and if you make it, mine only gets +2.
Okay, don't.
I I'm not gonna help. I'll just make it worse.
Take this. Oh, well, okay, but don't. I want to finish my rolls. So I feel
Don't take that. It's
don't
bad.
take that. Okay, add 3 and then add 10. So 33.
33, excellent. And Klob is not helpful.
No,
Bob, you were unhelpful, but I appreciate your
You kind of
counsel.
stumble as you lean in.
I've been too friendly so far.
Her compound eyes shift around, and she says, they change the challenge and response all the time.
Okay.
Last time, it was brimstone. The challenge was brimstone, and the response was Absalom.
Jolly bunch.
So Birdstone and Absalom.
Mhm.
Got it. I appreciate you being so helpful. And I think you'll be quite comfortable from here on out. And hopefully never seeing any of us again.
With any luck.
Yeah.
If you do plan on going after Jan, ever, or dealing with him again, know he does not trust technology at all.
What's wrong with technology?
Yeah, you have nanites. What are you talking about?
I do. He doesn't.
Mm.
He doesn't trust it. So you're not going to be able to trick him with that stuff.
Fair enough.
Technology is not for tricking people. It's for helping people.
And for tricking people.
And
Anything
for-
else
and
you
for shooting people.
would like to do here before you
What
go?
I was
Before you
going to
leave?
try to do is see if I could get the 3 of Pip, Percy, and Klob to leave because they have the comm system and I don't want it to be confiscated by the stewards, or at least one of them leave. You can like have Pip go back to the ship with it, maybe something. I just don't want them to confiscate it because they might want to take it as evidence from the scene.
That makes
Pip's
sense.
like, good idea, and he
Yeah.
takes it, and your other ill-gotten gains, and he goes.
Yeah, I
back
was
to the
gonna
ship
say
with it.
like the silence grenade and the cool stuff we got from her. Like I don't want them to seize it. So
All right, cool. I give that to him temporarily.
And he leaves.
okay,
Guess why I won't
So
use
that
the
it's
fly
just-
right now.
this person that I promised them when they get here, basically.
About 10 minutes pass before a spotlight flashes in through the window, and a steward drone is there, a big one. Like it looks like asshole, but big and armored. And then it flies back up high, and you feel something kind of sort of make the top of the building shudder a little bit. And coming downstairs in combat gear is some stewards who sort of, sweep the room and sort of secure it. And then one of them radios something, and you can't hear it because of their helmet.
Is Dives there or no?
And then Dives walks in.
Okay, because when he comes in, I'm gonna go like Reddit and be like, "You came yourself, so sweet," and like touch his chest. Like I appreciate that.
And he says, "Well, I mostly wanted to say hello."
I like act like that makes me happy, even though I hate him.
You
And-
guys really aren't subtle, are you?
Nope. It's a diplomat thing.
Word.
And he sort of barks some quick commands to the armored folks who whisk Zach away.
Oh.
You assume up onto the roof.
If he's doing like a sweep and looking around and stuff, I'll tell him like, I don't know how long she was holed up here, but it was long enough that she was sleeping here.
He says, if I had to guess, he seems to do some mental math, and he says, 3 days?
That sounds about right from what I guessed as well.
Took her a couple days to get here chasing you. We'll be sure to impound her ship if it's still here.
Must have really been a last-ditch effort. I mean, she wasn't exactly their best or their best equipped.
He shrugs and he says, could mean he doesn't see you as big of a threat as you thought he did. Or this was just the fastest thing he could get here, and there's more on the way.
Or
Wow.
just
Or this was all part of her plan the whole time.
There is that.
It's possible. Either way,
You sound like an analyst.
Is that? Are you implying something? I don't analyze anything. Sir, I am completely. I don't look at information.
Yeah, of course. And he kind of goes to Maynard and is like, we have whole floors of people like him.
I'll be sure to let him know in case it's something he ever wants to consider as a career change.
It's like hooked up on mass wheels.
Everything's a conspiracy.
And then I'll say, like,
What's in the vending machines?
if you find anything that indicates that we need to move or be brought under some kind of protection, you'll let us know.
Looks around at the signs of struggle and gunfire, and he says, to someone else I might say yes. But it seems you four can handle yourselves. If things get too hairy, don't hesitate to call us.
I appreciate your confidence. And yeah, good luck.
He says, before you go, and he pulls out another one of those hologram cards. He says,
Oh, shiny.
Barrick, Redcloak, you should talk to him.
A friend of
I
yours?
think,
You guys know that name?
I don't
Ready.
love the man, but we could use people like you.
It's a really good name, though.
Oh, to Percy?
To all of you.
All of us.
Oh, to all of us. Okay.
Cool.
He sort of nods to his guys, and they leave, and you feel that ship take off, and you can see it out of the window as it flies away. He says, the stewards, we do our best, but with all the strange jurisdiction laws, and we're short-staffed ourselves, we're not big enough to handle every request we get. He says, we hire out to certain trusted crews to help us deal with problems we don't have the resources or expertise to deal with. You've shown me that I think you might be one of those crews.
I'm trying really hard to not be smug that he's asking for my help, which is hilarious.
I'm just excited. Work.
There is, of course, compensation. And you'll be mostly helping the system. Of course, you'll have large amounts of autonomy, the same as a steward agent would.
Do we get badges?
Yes, you do get badges.
Uniforms?
No, there's no uniforms. Do you want uniforms?
Want a uniform?
No, you're not like part of the stewards.
We're cheap contractors.
Being deputized.
You're deputy
I said that
contractors.
telepathically to Cobb. I'm like, they're looking for cheap contractors. Don't push it.
Okay, fine.
You can have your own uniforms. It's just we don't usually give you steward uniforms.
It's something that we can take under consideration.
Do you have a tailor that you recommend?
I do.
I'm like embarrassed by them. I'm like, oh.
Herrick is the liaison for that branch.
Herrick.
Is it Herrick or Barrick?
Herrick.
Oh, okay.
Herrick Redcloak.
Got it.
Surly human, but he gets the job done.
Word.
And he says, "Are you interested?"
Yeah.
So
Funny.
I basically, like, I'm saying, like, we'll let you know.
Oh, someone is just.
Interested
He,
in
he
Eric or
nods.
interested in the tailor?
I'm gonna say telepathically, sorry, to Percy and Claude, be like, if we do want to work for this guy, wouldn't you rather have Pip negotiate how much we're gonna get paid?
Damn, you're right.
I guess so. That there's other valuable stuff for working for people like these.
Like investigating, solving crimes, getting to the bottom of it.
I fully plan to accept. Just I need to make him wait. It's a strategy.
All right.
He nods and he says, "I hope to read your reports." And he takes his leave and he walks out.
Well, now we know who to talk to, but we still don't really know who to talk to. Well, I don't know exactly what that guy's going to help us with.
Well, this is good. It gives us the ability to not get in trouble the next time we beat up somebody random that we need information from.
That's true. We have authority now. We can abuse it.
All right, don't go wild. It's just something to cover our ass.
You know Pip is going to take this way further than I am. Should be worried about him.
I'm like rolling my eyes, and I'm like, I don't even want to think about it. Such a thing trying to talk to that guy. Like,
Do you guys think we should be more worried about him in general?
about Pip
Yeah.
or about Dives.
Well, you know, both really, but mainly Pip. Dive seems to really be on our side for the moment.
He wants the same thing that we want right now. If he knows Jan is a bigger threat than he's able to deal with on his own with his current resources maxed out the way they are.
Yeah, the moment.
That we have information and that we're targets. And so we're likely to keep gathering information for him. It makes sense.
At the moment, I don't think Pip wants to sell us out, or that we're worth as much sold out as we are on his side. So I think we're fine.
All
The
right.
minute we become more valuable than, say, a piece of scrap, I'm worried.
Are you gonna have like an algorithm on your hand terminal that is constantly doing
Yes.
the what is more
Constantly, like,
valuable?
approaching the red line.
I need to do something to move these.
The minute that Pip looks at me and goes, what's your blood type?
The phone is like listening and doing math based on how much it thinks you're worth dead or alive.
So Google. What was I going to say? No, not Google. He also seems to like all the current challenges and puzzles and problems we're bringing him, like the computer we got, the comm system we got tonight. So
Yeah.
Just keep him entertained.
Yeah, keep him entertained, keep him happy, and when it becomes a problem, we'll worry
So
about
far, there's plenty to look at, plenty of puzzles to solve.
it.
This whole web of conspiracy is
I
starting.
know, right?
Yeah? You really like this stuff?
Yeah.
I'm sort of a pass it on to the next kind of guy, you know?
Heating up my tea.
The next guy is just going to pass it on to the guy. The people behind it, they're relying on you just passing it on to the next guy. Tell you what, there is no next guy. We're all the next guy.
Percy, did you tell Clob about the vending machine that freaks you out?
Dude, you got to hear about these vending machines. All right, dude. Marnella ate from one. I'm monitoring her, okay?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
worried.
yeah. Vending machine.
Listen, they've got food. It's way cheaper than it should be. It comes out of the wall. There's not even anyone there. People trust it. They eat it. They put it in their bodies.
Yeah, the vending machine food. Come on, it's just like a bunch of frozen nuts and fruits.
And poison. Mind control poison.
You saw way more than frozen nuts and fruits. You saw whole delicious meals.
It's nuts. It's too much.
You
There's a
know,
problem here. We're getting to the bottom of it.
it's like
Personally,
livestock.
it's one of the
trade.
first things I'm just going to investigate.
Well, I mean, I'll help you if you really want to, but I think that livestock grade food, frozen and put into vending machines, is not going to be the most interesting thing here. But let's go if it satisfies you.
Just giving up some very key steps that involve mind control.
So where do you guys head now?
To the mind control food granaries. Are they labeled? Is there like a we are you storage?
We should probably get the machine installed on the ship, so that if we get hailed, we can.
So you're gonna
deal
head
with
back
that.
to the ship?
I think so. Club, what do you think?
Sure. Wait, where are we gonna go in the ship though?
Well, we just want to get the computer set up. I guess Pip can probably
Oh
take
yeah,
care of
sure.
that.
I guess for a little bit that might be a good idea.
So you'd like to go back to the ship?
Yeah.
Does that sound good, Manala?
Yeah, no, let's head back, and then y'all and Pip can get to work on analyzing that comm system and sending out a message before it's too
Vending
late.
machines.
You get back to the ship. It's sort of late afternoon now. Pip has it mostly set up, hooked in very neatly. And if you go and play with it, you see that all it does, without knowing the special like transmission codes and stuff, it won't let you talk to Jan or any of them. But what it does is it sort of hides other messages inside of either just nonsense chatter or other messages.
Man, I wish it was scarier.
I love it.
That's cool.
Did the chicken enjoy the pizza?
You go find the chicken, and he is sitting on
In the pizza
probably
box.
Pip's bed,
I thought you were gonna say in the pizza box.
with the open pizza box next to him, empty. And it's a big pizza. It's like a large pizza box, empty. The whole room is kind of trashed.
Chicken, are you okay?
And Chicken
But
is
a
watching
teenager
TV.
on board.
Chicken is watching TV.
Chicken, are you okay? Does your stomach hurt?
A little.
Hey, it's a chicken. They can eat at anything.
Well, if you need to hurl, just make sure you do it on Pip's bed, okay?
Well, I think I'm okay.
Okay, but if you change your mind, Pip's bed is right there.
Okay, this show is really good.
Oh, well.
What are you watching?
It's like a children's superhero show.
Like Power Rangers or
Like Teen Titans?
It's very Power Rangers-y.
okay?
Except it's like a cyborg Vesk and a human ninja and it's just like a children's action adventure show.
Nice.
And Chicken loves it. Chicken is into it
It's
The
good.
Green Ranger got to be a Vesk.
because Vesk are green. So that's the racist one.
You know, Chicken, this is all just marketing to sell you toys, right? It's part
Toys?
of big capitalism.
What?
Yeah,
There's
there's-
toys?
There's always toys.
Do you have any?
Chicken,
No.
next time you order pizza,
Not on me.
you can eat not the whole thing. We'll think about getting you a toy.
It's true. They just use that to distract you from real things. Putting together the computer with Percy.
Chicken looks kind of like sullen. And it's like, okay, I'll be better next time.
We trust
What?
you, man.
Which character's your favorite?
The Aarakocra, because he's got a lightning sword that turns into a whip.
I'll keep an eye out.
That's cool.
And Chicken and then do you leave Chicken?
Oh yeah.
I'll leave Chicken.
Chicken goes back to watching TV.
Cool.
Does he peck the remote?
Yes. And if you go back and check on him again later, he's working on cleaning up Pip's room.
That's nice.
He's not very good at it because he's a chicken.
What a good little
I didn't
chicken.
even tell him to do that part, so that's good. Pip, I'm sure, is like all riled up about the comm system. So I mean, I think he was there when we got the code, but maybe he'd already left. But we tell him the code that we got from her, the Birdstone Absalom part.
Mhm.
So
He says,
figure out what message we want to send.
that's great, but I don't have a destination for the message.
Well, if we get hailed, hopefully that's the call and response.
Well, let's decide what we're gonna send.
We can try it, and we can tell them that we haven't been around a while, or we've been lost, or something. I mean,
He says, send to who?
That's what he's saying. He doesn't know where to send it right now.
Yeah, he
I
doesn't
mean,
know where to send
aren't
it.
they going to have to reach out to us at some point?
She said that they would call to see if stuff was up, right? Or did she say that she would call?
She said that she checks in, is
She
what she
said she
said.
was concerned that if enough time went by when she didn't check in, that they would
Someone
even.
would show up.
Well, if they try and check in, hopefully we can just tell them that we're dead.
Could we also just send it out, the message that we want to send on a bunch of frequencies? There's no way for them to know that we've sent it a bunch of places, is there?
Is there no redial?
Unless they get it more than once.
Is there some way to look back through what it's been doing? No, it's just like a.
Can we
It
send it
seems
like?
designed to have no
Cool.
memory.
We'll just hang on to it. If we get a message, we'll answer.
Well, can we set up a program where okay, Lily's making this up, but pretend the channels are 1 to 100, for example.
Mhm.
Send it to 1 through 5, and then wait, and then send it to 6 through 10, and then wait.
You're gonna brute force the entire
Sure, you could do
frequency broadband.
Sounds like a job for Pip.
But we
An
have,
algorithm that would do that? Easy.
yeah, we have to decide what we want to send out though, and we'll do.
Well, my knowledge should probably do the recording because I assume she sounds closest. The assassin.
To the Sheeran can't talk.
No, yeah, it doesn't. It sends.
Oh.
You send text.
It's text, yeah. So we can
Very small files.
be
I
like,
know.
we said that we should say that she decompressed where our ship was, but that if anybody checked that out, there'll be logs and reports of that, so that wouldn't follow.
I was just thinking that way we won't have to deal with providing bodies.
Well, I'm almost wondering if she says we took off and she was able to hack the ship that sucked all the air out and we're floating in space somewhere. That'd be better.
There are lots of ways, Club, to kill someone on Epsilon Station and have there be no body.
Yeah, it's not a great place. It's
So she
That's a comforting thought, Club. Thank
she
you.
just say
You know,
she disintegrated.
killed and dumped in the puddles, or shot him out an airlock, or kicked him into a protein recycler.
That's
Try
where
to
they
have
get
a
the meat for the vending machines.
I mean, it could be, but I feel like it wouldn't taste as good.
I mean, if you tasted humanoid?
Yeah, of course.
Whatever they put in the meat, it's just meat.
Soylent Green.
Jake's favorite thing. All right, cool.
You can work on a message whenever you want. Pip sets up the little program.
Yeah,
No, we can send that code at whatever it was.
Yeah. It was Birdstone. It was like
Brimstone, wasn't it?
was the opener. Yeah, I wrote it down.
Brimstone, Absalom.
Brimstone. I heard Birdstone, but whatever. Like whatever the
I
word.
don't think that means something, do you?
I don't know. Maybe they're implying something.
It's not exactly a nice sounding implication.
Blow it up, Absalom Station. It's a really complicated code.
Kill all life on Absalom. And
We should murder.
Really complicated code there.
all right, so what do we do now? Wait.
No, I think we decide what message to send, and then we can try that. I mean, if nobody can think of something else, try that strategy that I said. Just send it on a couple frequencies, wait a bit, and then send it again to make sure that we don't send it.
Do that. Hang out, relax.
Yeah. So come up with it, whatever story you want, Club, and then we'll start doing that. Because we don't want so much time to pass that they send a person.
Okay. We should just tell them that she was stranded there for a few days, right?
Yeah. He thought 3 days.
And they change periodically. She can reach out and we can maybe distort the voice on the transmitter.
No, it's text. It's text.
Okay, well, we can distort like some of the words or something and make it look like she's a little bit delirious. Say that she fought with us and was wounded and needs help. Maybe they'll send somebody else out to bring us on board, and we can sneak on board that way.
Oh, you want to go on?
Oh, you want to go after him?
Well, do we just want to get?
I was thinking we're just trying to get him off our backs.
Well, I was gonna say if we pretend to be dead, one line that we could pursue is we could go once we accept the backing of the stewards. We could go to Castrovel because we know that some of the materials that they gathered are from there.
Right.
That's the only physical place that we know about, other than stuff from Blue Ion, which we were just at the warehouse. So
in that case, why don't we just tell them that she fought with us and then we fled to who cares, Akaton.
Don't we just want to tell them that like we're dead and then not worry about it?
Don't you think that they'll be? I mean, sure, yeah, we could tell them that we were like frozen at the airlock or something. That works. But
it could give us a little bit of time.
Yeah.
Right.
Certainly.
Like if the message is gonna be kind of suspicious, like anyway, like because we don't know exactly what her old messages sounded like. Like, might as well say in the message that like we're dead, not like they got away. You better send someone.
I just thought that they might come after us anyway. But yeah, either way.
Yeah, no, that's true. That is true, though.
Decoy of death definitely might, put something to rest. As I said, they didn't exactly set their best in the first place. All right.
Yeah.
Killed him good.
Super dead. Give me a bluff check.
Lol.
Whoever's writing the message.
I'll write the message, but then I'll have Clob or Percy I'll have somebody else do the like tech part of sending it correctly, and, like setting up with the right algorithm and interval. A bluff check, okay.
You guys handle writing the
Oh
thing.
Lord, okay, add 8 to that. That's not very good.
Okay, you've written your message.
Yeah.
Cool.
V dead. Okay, thanks. Bye. I'm pretty sure.
Let's go talk to Herrick.
I mean, we can't sit back door.
Yeah, we have his holo card. We can just call him.
Yeah, right here.
Just so y'all know, Jake will be home in like less than 15 minutes. If you want to wait and let him do the negotiation.
Well, then maybe you should investigate the vending machine until Jake gets home.
That's fine.
Investigate the vending machine, and also I do want to get the chicken, the Aarakocra activator.
Okay, excellent.
All right.
Glad you love hearing. You guys love
Alright.
him so much.
Guys, while Pip's doing that, transmitting the message, gotta check out these vending machines, okay? There's
All right.
Fine. Show me the vending machine.
I telepathically to Cobb, I'm like, Percy's all on these vending machines, but they're totally normal and fine. And as you'll soon see, they're delicious.
I know. Just entertain him. He seems
All right,
like
we'll go.
weird
We'll go
type.
on.
Stop thinking about me.
I'm like trying to speak while doing it. I'm like,
It's the thing where, like, if you
Percy.
hear your voice, it's hard to do.
yeah.
You can't Galadriel it.
Not Galadriel. Not that good. Cool.
So, Percy, you and Maynala lead Klob to this place you found. And Klob, as you're getting closer and closer, it becomes more and more familiar. And then when you're a block and a half away, you realize where you're going. It's a place you used to like to go. It's called the Coin Op.
This is the spot. This is the coin op.
It has extremely cheap, delicious garbage food. And, you used to eat here when you were really down on your luck. And you can still come back every once in a while because it's almost free.
It's the cheapest food ever. This is what I'm talking about. See, it might not be always
It's
consistent.
suspicious.
Yeah, and it's not consistent, but it's good. It always tastes delicious.
Nah,
Yeah,
here's the rule.
look,
Okay, look,
I'm
you
strong.
can have
I'm-
good food, you can have cheap food, or you can have fast food. You can't have all three.
Well, look, maybe you can. I have 3 stomachs.
I need to sit down.
Klob, just so you understand exactly what you're looking at, this is like a small storefront looking relatively abandoned. Like nobody cleans the windows, nobody maintains it. The sign above that says Coin Op is faded and looks like most of the sign is missing.
I was gonna say it looks like Oakland Chinatown.
It looks like Oakland Chinatown, and inside is about a 30-foot square room with 15-foot high walls, wall to wall, all around 3 sides except for the front window that's glass, are these little doors about this big, like microwave doors, with food in them
Mhm.
of all kinds.
Just little coin dispensers.
And as soon as you put in any money, usually like a fraction of a credit, and remove that food, you close the door and a little trap door opens and chunk immediately replaces it with fresh food.
Who stocks it?
the robots or the underground pipes, pneumatics. Maybe they're doing some really.
So you saying this goes deeper?
Club, you realize you've never really thought about it.
I don't know. It just comes from there. They probably like store all the food in the middle of the night or something, and then it all
But it's fresh.
gets cooked up, and it gets cooked up. There's refrigeration.
But it's hot.
They store all the trash underground right now, right? The trash cans just dump it.
That's what I'm saying.
underground.
This
They
is
just-
trash.
No, they put it underground. It's the opposite. They put it underground, refrigerate it, and then just kaplunk right up to the main station right when it's ready.
You don't find the kabuking suspicious.
I mean, it's a little bit run down compared to what it used to be. I'm surprised.
And nobody works here. There's no clerk.
How many of the receptacles are there for food?
Yeah, door things.
Like hundreds.
Like hundreds.
Hundreds. Well,
It's like floor to ceiling, wall to wall.
It's weird. And they run off of fractions of credits. How is that a sustainable business model?
Because they're not.
This
paying
place has been here for
attention.
years. How is that possible?
Maybe they're
All
not
they have
paying
to pay for
taxes.
is- Yeah, and machine maintenance. It's no big deal.
Yeah, it could just be a tax scam.
Basically afford that amount of nutrients. So they're laundering money. You agree there's something going on.
I mean, what if they're cloning it or something en masse? I don't question the big corp.
Cloning my burgers?
Yeah, they're just guys. Okay,
Burger Clo.
fine. What do you want to do? Break into the automated burger joint? Is that what we're doing? We're breaking into the machine?
I mean,
It does have those doors. They gotta go somewhere, right? Maybe we can what's one malfunctioning if there's hundreds of them?
it's behind the wall.
Can asshole fit in one?
Asshole's a little too
Asshole,
big to
can you
fit
fit
in
inside of
little
one of these holes?
Can Pip fit his asshole in one?
No.
This asshole is going right in the microwave.
Nobody
We're
turn
just
this
shoving
thing
up that
on.
tube till we
You
see
gotta
where
make
it goes.
I like carefully guard this to make sure nobody comes up and fries his asshole in the microwave.
Are we doing this or are we shoving this?
Asshole wouldn't really fit. Asshole's a little too big.
Okay.
What if we reprogram the nanites?
Pip, I have bad news. It's about your asshole.
Oh yeah, what if we just like put a cam in there and just like fished it down the tube?
So order some food, leave a cam, and see where it goes.
Yeah.
Might get fried, but yeah. Like, do you guys have a cam?
You have
Do
those,
you want to order some fries?
look, you have those nanites. You could reprogram them.
I go for fries. Fast fries. Favorite kind of fries.
Fried donuts.
This place is the best. I can't believe that you think it's bad. Here, fine. somebody ready the cameras, and I'll put in some coins for some fries when somebody has them. I don't know if anybody has
I don't
cameras.
think we have one. That's why I was saying you have to reprogram the nanite.
Well, I'll get fries anyways. Let's solve that with fries.
All right.
In the mind control.
Get this big basket of hot, fresh, double battered, crispy fries. They're fluffy, golden brown, and delicious.
Ooh, that's
See,
good.
and that costs less than a credit. That doesn't make sense.
You actually have to go to like the ATM machine and get like credit coins, which nobody uses, to use the coin op.
Well, that's interesting. They're the only people using these things. Maybe that ties into your investigation somehow. Maybe it's like a
Maybe.
whole big coin
Like
tax.
the coins are kind of
scam.
all sort of worn down, so it's possible that it's just a machine that you like just put credits in the machine, get some coins, and then that's how you tell which thing to open. But
Like
it's
Chuck E.
unclear.
Cheese tokens.
like a food token.
Indeed.
Nice.
Huh.
I like how we're just going to investigate this place till Jake gets home.
This is great. I think it's great.
All right. Let's try something.
Okay, Bob, you've eaten some french fries. Do you feel any different?
I mean, yeah, I feel fed, well
Do you
nourished.
feel more open to suggestion?
I mean, I still.
I'm more
Are
agreeable.
you
when
hearing
I'm
any
not hungry.
wavelengths in your head?
This is a big station. So is there a place where you can buy like I'm thinking of like, you know those places where they sell like VHSs and like old tech that people don't use anymore?
Totally, you
Like
can
a junk
totally go to like a junk shop.
Yeah, okay. Let's go to one of those and see if we can get like a remote like a
An
remote
RC
controlled
camera.
car or a remote controlled like video drone.
Sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like
wait,
a
so
dark
we're
one
going
that's
to a
meant for
Radio
like
Shack,
kids.
right? We're going to a Radio Shack. Radio Shack always has toys.
No,
Yeah.
I want to go to like a crap like the Goodwill of Radio Shacks where they're like, this is this toy from the 90s.
I mean, have you been to a Radio Shack?
Yeah, but then you have to pay full price, and I don't want to pay full price.
If you were to go to Downspire, you could find a cruddy junk shop, or sort of thrift store kind of place, resale shop.
I'll
Great.
get like Clob and Percy's input about like which thing I need to buy, but then when we figure out what it is, I'll like try to haggle the guy down in price.
So you guys get in a cab, take the trip down Spire. At a certain point, the cab has to stop because it's like it can't go any further, and you walk the rest of the way. It's now early evening, and there's a junk shop. It looks like it's getting ready to close.
Cool. We pop in and
And the sign says Ease Electronics.
cool. And I'm gonna be like, Percy, Clob, like you're the experts. Like you know what to look for. I'm not in over my head.
Yeah, sure. I'll just look for a nice, like little, like little straw, bendy wire camera with a little bit of heat proof.
You go inside, and
Endoscopic style.
there's heaps of there's shelves and shelves of shit everywhere in this place, and sort of clattering from out from behind comes this four-armed praying mantis-looking person with sort of a missing an eye with sort of a camera apparatus on it.
That's awesome.
And they sort of look at you all over, back and forth, and then sort of both hands clasp together and kind of flick,
Lord.
and say, I was just about to close, but can I get you anything?
Oh yeah, do you guys have any
I'm
little
E, by the way.
E? Good to meet you. I just really need a camera.
Oh, E is in ease. I get it.
The two of the hands kind of go over and go. I can't remember what kind. Infrared, spectrum, ultraviolet, drift, interplanar. I don't have any of those, but
You know, I
would be
think we just
cool.
need a plain old optical camera mainly, but it needs to be, insulated from heat mainly. Also
Okay.
crushing, potentially crushing, and also
Durable, heat resistant,
microwaves.
optical.
Don't want it to just fry.
Maybe. I'll see what I can do. And I might be able to make some modifications to one I already have. I'm already thinking. Fixed RC gimbal,
I mean,
wireless.
yeah, it could just be it can be on a wire. It just needs to be flexible. We're gonna stick it up with, some mechanical piping.
Okay. That's your business.
I don't know.
Once it leaves my store, I'm not liable.
Don't tell me where you're sticking stuff.
Not talking about an android. Calm down.
E turns around, but E's head doesn't. E's head seems to swivel on this long neck to stay looking
Maintain
at
eye
all of you.
contact.
Maintain as the hands sort of into the shelves and start looking for things and assembling something behind E. The other hands sort of disjoint and come back around to the front to do this some more.
All right.
Say, anything else I can get for you?
You carry Power Rangers merchandise.
What is this show called? We should name the show that Chicken loves.
Gosh.
Is it
some version of Unite?
like
Yeah.
Pact World Fighters or
something Unite?
Solar Defenders or
Solar Defenders Uniters of the Universe.
are you talking about SDUU figurines?
Yes, yes.
He says,
Exactly.
I might have a few. It's not really what we do here, but I'll
Yeah,
look.
it's fair.
It's okay. You can say you collect them. I have lots of friends who do. It's not that weird. And then the body turns around again, and he's holding a small readout, like a little screen, a long cord, and a little camera about this big.
Yay.
He says, it should be relatively durable, heat-proof up to any temperature you want to do, short of like a laser weapon or something, and microwave-resistant.
Jake is here.
Perfect.
Here you go.
I heard the door.
Microwave resistant is the main.
I want to buy like the space equivalent of like crappy ABBA CDs
That'll be 8 credits.
if he has those.
Got 8
He
credits.
says, I'll get you the SDUU figure. Which one are you looking
that-
for?
Aarakocra?
Oh, yes, that one. Okay. I think that's the yellow one.
Right.
Yeah, Gary.
Carry the yellow Aarakocra.
And you want music? What is the name of this this tacky glam band that Nainala's mom listened to?
Galaxy Go-Go's.
The Galaxy
Galaxy
Go-Go's.
Go-Go's.
He says, I know I have those. And he goes back, and then he
Everybody
comes up
does,
with this kind of clunky tape.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
It has a connector you haven't seen before, sort of data thing, and he hands it to you, and he says, here you go. Greatest hits.
Yeah.
All right, and then Percy's comms start ringing.
And Percy, you were handed the action figure.
Thank you, sir.
How did
Hello?
Shit, I didn't unmute. Yes, I did. Hi.
How did that go?
All good.
What's up?
Hey, Percy, I'm just working on this thing back at the ship. What's your blood type?
I'm gonna have to change. I have to make some changes to the algorithm. You're breaking up. You're going through a tunnel.
No, I just need to know. A, B,
A, B.
C. D. Do humans have D? I don't know. He gives you the action figure. It's a little beat up and scuffed, but it looks like the old one that has the actual lightning whip that you can't buy anymore,
Oh,
Nice.
perfect.
instead of just a little streamer.
Okay. I'm gonna say
It's
to Percy,
Marauder
like,
Mo.
Percy, remember, don't give it to Chicken unless he does what we asked, okay?
Is Percy gonna be like the uncle who spoils him?
No, Percy, he has to order a pizza and not eat the whole thing and not trash Pip's room again.
He doesn't eat the whole thing. That's wasteful.
No, if
You didn't grow up on Axon.
As a side note, Pip doesn't have one of the rooms. He sleeps in the engine room.
Well, then the room that should have gone to Pip is currently occupied by Chicken.
All right.
You don't have like clothes or anything like in one of the rooms?
No. I've got one jumpsuit and
You might have like
jacket.
put some things in that room so everybody assumed it was yours, but you're really more using it for storage.
It's mostly just storage, yeah.
And now it's Chicken's room.
It was really funny.
Did you watch that part, Pip?
I watched everything.
Excellent.
Oh, great, perfect. Okay, cool. Yeah, so I mean,
So, Pip, I'm not answering your question, but we're about to do some hardcore investigating at the coin op. If you're done installing, sending the transmissions, if you want to come hang out.
Yeah, I'll be there in just a minute. I just finished a phone call.
no, not.
Not to any organ vendors, I hope.
Oh, no. Why would I be talking to organ vendors? I don't need any organs.
That's what I thought.
Selling something
Lincoln, can
other
we
than organs.
flashback momentarily?
Absolutely.
All right. So, back on the ship, we now know who was trying to kill us.
Mhm.
And therefore we know who was trying to kill Agent 7.
Mhm.
Which means we can call the Absalom Corp folks, or,
Mhm.
Abadar Corp,
Abadar Corp,
and get a payout. Now that everyone's gone, I'm going to get me some payout.
you can absolutely
God
make
damn, we
that
left
call. You may absolutely make that call.
So I'm going to call him up.
Oh, hello. Any updates on who was trying to kill Agent 7?
Yeah, we know exactly. Yeah, but before we give you the answer, I just wanted to confirm the terms. Jake doesn't remember what we agreed.
Neither does Lincoln.
Did I write it down?
Said something like
Yeah, the 1,000 credits we agreed on.
I think it was like 700 or 900.
She laughs, and then pulls up the file. I believe 700 with a discretionary fund of 900 was agreed on. Of up to 900.
And I say, well, I got an expense report for you here, and I have made a bogus expense report of a bunch of things we needed.
Takes it, reads it.
It adds up to like $899.9596. Like,
Kind of smiles and looks at you, and she says, "Because I admire how much work this probably took, some of these are very creative. I'm going to bump you up a bit, just because I'm impressed. 800.
So we're saying 800 and then the 900 discretionary?
800 total.
Total.
As in, like, up to 900 based on other expenses, but, like...
Oh, okay.
But she's agreeing to pay out 800 because you were.
Here's giving you 800 credits because she thinks it's kind of cute that you thought you could fool her with paperwork.
All right. So I'm getting the
She's
700
queen.
base and then only 100
Adopted
of
the paperwork.
Yeah, 100 for, like,
Yeah.
ammo
expenses.
and
Cool.
expenses. And
The
cash
drinks at the
items.
bar.
Cool.
Yeah, no, that counts.
Any
the
drink
client,
that
so-
is very expensive.
Yeah, that was
Oh,
the
you're
really
a
nice whiskey we had.
You know, that's included.
All right, cool.
It's a
Nice.
Acatonian Truth whiskey,
Yeah. All right, cool.
like 60.
I fill her in that it's Jan Vokulis.
Mhm.
That all the bits and pieces,
She thanks you for your help,
and wires me the credits.
and you see the finger push the button, and then your bank account.
Did she ask any details about how you found out?
She does not want to know.
Okay, cool. Awesome.
Pip probably tries to start to tell her, and she's like,
No, Pip wouldn't offer it. I'm asking because then like she didn't ask about Zach, which is great for us.
Didn't we all sign this contract?
Yes.
Why is only Pip's bank account information in it?
that would probably stand up in court if you tried to get a share of that.
Take you to
I'll
court,
take
man.
him to court.
Yes, but the exact amount that we got for expenses is not known, because that's not in the contract.
That's a separate thing. Cool. Where do you guys all head back to the vending machine place?
Yeah, meet him at the coin op.
Yes.
Coin op's there. It's pretty dead now. People have gotten anyone who was going to get dinner here got dinner here and has left. The flickering fluorescent lights turn on. Ding, 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 ding.
Awesome.
I'm getting second dinner here.
Well, you can order something, and while the door is open, we'll do the
Yeah,
thing.
Club, what do you want?
Uh,
Most
I think-
garbage food here.
well, I mean, they have to have like some really good seaweed, delicious, like a rice wrap kind of thing. Give me
There's
that.
like this huge, crazy rice wrap, like with full of like. Does Club eat meat?
Yeah,
Full of like
any kind of meat.
meats and veg. It's big. It's like a giant sushi burrito monstrosity.
hungry.
What do you mean any kind of meat?
That looks really good to me, so I want to get like the vegetarian version of it.
There's one right next to it.
Cool, I'm gonna get that too.
None of these are labeled. You have to look in the little
Yeah,
window
yeah,
and
yeah.
figure out what it is.
Like, that looks good.
See, it just makes random things all the time and plops them back in there. It's not a problem.
Right.
So your plan is to
Problem.
open it, take the food, and then get that camera in there as it closes.
Yes.
Watch, the worst thing in there is going to be microwaves.
All right.
We'll see.
Who wants to
Um,
pilot that thing?
I'll take a sleight of hand check from whoever is trying to do that little trick.
I'll do it.
Didn't upgrade that. Good.
And then Pip, do you want to pilot it? Or Percy? It doesn't really matter. Whoever wants to.
Um,
It's
Somebody
just
select
like a
it, none of us
fed.
has controls.
Klob gets his burrito. You
Yeah.
sort of like do this quick little flick of the wrist to toss that camera in there, and on the screen you see it kind of go tick, 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 out to the extent of its wire, which is maybe 7 feet long, because it kind of falls down some places. And all you see is more tubes.
God, where did these tubes go?
You can see just barely out of view is maybe a larger compartment, like maybe that's where something's being stored or made. The camera's quality is rather poor, and you can kind of see some barely any motion in there, but it's not sure what's happening. Might be able to come back another time with a longer cord or something wireless, or
Wow.
maybe there's a back to this place. Who knows?
Well, that does look kind of weird. One sec. I'm going to cast Detect Tech on it.
What does that do?
That gives me...
He wants you to read probably this thing.
It's a thing.
It's a thing. It detects
All the
tech.
technomancers have it.
All the cool kids are doing it.
It tells me like any technological items with a charge or that replenish charges in the area. Includes batteries and power cells and
You
generators.
do detect independent power cells in this apparatus that you don't know how can charge themselves.
What?
It's like self-recharging.
And give me a culture check.
Okay.
God.
You also, as you sort of like, I'm imagining it like Toph's Earth Vision. When you touch this thing, and it kind of goes boom, and you are able to sense all the wires and connections throughout Absalom Station coming in here, but then it kind of gets to this box and it stops, and you just sense a couple power cells that are charging themselves. This whole apparatus is separate.
It's a
From
dead
the
spot. It's off the grid completely.
Oh my
A
god.
little haven of
Nothing's
information.
off the grid.
It's connected to nothing else.
This thing's cool.
And
I've never seen something so secured away from like any police involvement or anything like
something
this.
about it seems familiar.
We should get a copy for the ship, then we can have any food we want.
Something about it seems familiar, but you don't really know what.
It's not like one of my my old mercenary buddies' involvement, is it? Because they had some hideouts.
No, just
way
like
off
you've
the grid.
seen this sort of design before somewhere, but you're not sure where.
Soylent Green.
Where's this
people.
relative to us? Is it like underground or is it just behind the wall?
It's. What do you mean where this is? What he's sensing?
Oh, where the camera is? Oh.
Sort of like it's sort of you got the storefront, and then there's like this big, small building, like a 30 by 30 foot cube, maybe a little bigger than that, right behind the storefront, and that's what he's sensing.
Okay. Strange. There's no access panels in here, right?
No,
Is it familiar because it matches the schematics for the magnet ray gun?
it's not. That's not definitely not it.
Darn.
That'd be
insane.
wild.
Would that have been the biggest twist? It's all
very
connected.
You're eating magnets.
Magnets. I'm starting to think that something is up. Percy, you might be right. Either that or they just have a really good business model and kept it close to the chest with their one idea.
Wouldn't they be charging more? They want to make more money?
Maybe it.
That's what's suspicious.
Maybe it charges back up.
They keep it
slowly.
so quiet because no one wants to ask where they get all the cheap food.
I still don't know where it's getting material from, though. It's not I mean, maybe it's synthesizing it from energy.
It's probably just from the protein recycler.
Yeah, it's possible. You know, how does
Can
that
you
work?
sense a
Does it take
protein
from the
recycler, or
air?
can you get that specific or not?
You could put anything in there. It mashes it up down to its constituent components, atoms, molecules, that sort of shit. And you put it back together.
Oh,
Yeah, Pip, worked on all these military ships where most of his food was
Made
protein
of boots,
resequenced.
right? Like your boots or
Boots and waste and dead people.
delicious.
it's you rejigger the molecules and regenerate them, and you can't tell the difference. It's at the molecular level, it's the same stuff, but like
You're saying you ate this knowingly?
there's not really much else to eat on a military ship.
How would you like a
Rations.
steak? I'd like it dead and made of people, please. All right.
I
Interesting
would
conversation every dinner.
I would like to have a telepathic conversation.
Have y'all been really doing this the whole time I was gone?
The whole
Not the
time
whole time.
they also got an action figure for Chicken.
No, I heard.
Yeah, look, it's got the limited edition whip.
What were you saying, Lil?
I want to have a short telepathic conversation with Pip, or a conversation to the side.
Yeah, that's fine.
Be like, so you said you were on a call.
Yeah, I went ahead and cashed in the paycheck for the Absalom Corp. No, Abadar Corp.
Abadar Corp.
Cool. So, and then I pull out my thing that shows my cred stick stuff. I'm like, cool. Let's do this.
Yeah, they gave us the 700 that they said they were going to give us. So divide that by 4.
Can
700, that's it? Come on.
That's
I'm not
what the
invested in
contract says.
Guys,
sorry,
that's what
you're
they
not
always
in-
do.
I'm just talking to Pip. Sorry.
It's a
Oh,
side.
sorry.
it's
I
just
wanted
me
to
and her.
threaten him. That's what I was gonna say.
Sorry, yeah. Maybe I'd telepathic.
If you're wrong, I have something that I know will make you very unhappy. Just remember that. And then I'm gonna cut the connection.
I'm gonna look at her and be like, "I'm trying to give you your money."
I'm not impressed.
All right, I'll keep it then.
I now have the Galaxy Go-Go CD, and I will blast it at any point.
With you like, "I'm not impressed." I'm like, "All right, I'll keep it then." I'm gonna turn around and walk away.
She got it on tape too. You can't hack that.
So Manala, you're cool with Pip just turning around and walking away without giving you your money?
Did he give me the?
No, you said I'm not impressed, and he said okay, and then he turned around.
Okay, then I'm not gonna take anything, and then when I get back to the ship, it'll be interesting.
So do we want to check out Outback, or do you just want to just go talk to Eric?
Oh, we can check it out back.
Okay.
I got nothing better to do.
This was mostly to stall until Jake got back, so
No, you guys-
that's fine.
You guys also haven't told Pip about the offer from the stewards yet, so.
I know. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
Let's say, for the interest of time, you go out back and you find there's other stores there, and you convince a clothing store to allow you to go back to try to find out what's back there, and you find that it's kind of aggressively armored. You could get through it, but it would require tools you don't have right now.
We gotta come
This
back
is
with that
suspicious.
mining laser that Pip was looking for.
Yet another reason that we should have bought the mining laser.
Can everyone just at least acknowledge now that this is suspicious?
And delicious.
Yeah, the armor's a bit suspicious.
It is deliciously suspicious.
It's still probably just some protein recyclers.
Is it maliciously delicious?
Maliciously delicious and suspicious.
Protein recyclers,
But probably nutritious.
We should stop being auspicious.
ion reclaimers. I don't know how it's doing it, but this closed system is weird.
Yeah, let's get some real food.
I'm used to them at least advertising to me, you know?
You guys can grab food on the way. What do you want?
I already ate, so I'm gonna go back to this ship to set up my booby trap of the Galaxy Go-Go's in where I know Pip sleeps.
I ate twice. But I do have a third stomach, so I guess I'll get
Guys-
like another rice bowl.
You guys grab some food on the way back to the ship.
I was gonna say, what's the food like on Castrovel?
Oh, Castrovelian food. It's probably like very Mediterranean.
Yeah.
Castrovelian
It's-
food.
The popular Castrovel food is like the Elvish stuff.
Llama's bread.
Yeah. Lots of unleavened bread and fresh. Tart soups. It's pretty good.
Cool.
Or
Pip, you get to eat it and feel like you're eating healthy.
It's a
Feel
lot
all
of
proud of yourself.
There's a lot of fruit, because it's just really lush.
Yeah, I like fruit.
It's lots of like tropical fruit and stuff.
A lot better than rations.
Yeah, so you get some Castrovel food, some elven Castrovelian food.
Excellent.
And awesome. Head back to the ship.
So we just established that you guys think I sleep in that room when I actually sleep
No.
in the engine room.
No.
I had forgotten.
He said that. I
All
do remember you saying you sleep in like a little crawl space.
I remember that too. But now Chicken has his own room.
All right.
Everyone has their own room, including Chicken.
chicken.
Yeah, Percy. And he like flaps a whole bunch, and then
You like fall over because he's flapping so much.
he falls over because he's flapping so much in excitement. What is this character named?
What was it, Greg?
I said
What do you
Gary
mean?
because I was
Gary.
trying to be a jerk and make it like a lame sounding name.
Garanus.
Yeah, Garanus. And he kind of grabs it, but like can't really play with it because he's a chicken. But he's still just kind of hopping around near it and like kicking it around and making noises and having a fantastic time.
There you go, buddy. Have
He
fun.
gives you a chicken hug with the wings. It's very cute.
Yeah, chicken.
Excellent. As Pip, as you go down to the engine room, the emergency intercom speakers turn on and begin blasting
It's
dance glam
You are the
music.
galaxy queen.
like it's like
So-
I said. It's like ABBA. Like what's the space equivalent of ABBA?
I've already before even talking to Manila, I've already transferred her. I guess it would be 175,
Yeah.
right? Because it's a quarter of 700 if I can math right.
Uh,
So I've already transferred her the credits.
yeah. But it's still blaring down there, and you know that since they're emergency intercom speakers, this is going to be challenging to turn off.
So I grab my industrial earwear for when your head's up in the engine,
Yeah.
throw it over. Can't
You
hear
can't
nothing.
hear anything. But now the engine room is blaring Galaxy Go-Go music.
Can we hear through the walls?
Absolutely.
God.
All night.
It's bad enough that it plays in all the milk shops.
Milk shops? What's a milk
Yeah,
shop?
man. Haven't you heard of all those fermented milk shops?
Yeah.
You know what? That's a thing now. That's a noir thing.
They're all over the station.
Fermented alcoholic, like kefir stuff.
Is it
Yeah.
noir milk?
You know what else would it be?
There, look, there's a
That
lot
would
of
be
different
weird.
grades. You'd have to like talk to the people about it.
You like the good stuff is.
Yeah,
It's like-
yeah,
It's like a Benihana. It's like there's just a female noir that just like yeah.
no. Single noir. Delicious.
Single noir. Oh, that's awful. Oh, I'm so upset. Hull breach, everyone dies.
Cool. Awesome.
All right. What will you do now?
I want to wait till the next day to talk about the Herrick stuff, but then
Excellent.
like 'cause we're gonna go to sleep. I'm assuming.
Yeah, it's later evening.
Cool.
Chicken probably stays up a little too late, playing with the new toy and watching cartoons.
It's fine. Chicken's still alive.
I have a question for Clob in the morning.
Next morning,
Right.
Hey,
Clob's
Clob.
got, breakfast cereal.
Clob, do Noir have their own movies? Like their own, like all noir, like film noir?
They have you up to you, Club.
Film noir. I've seen like one. It was an all. They tried to make an all noir movie. They didn't have everybody. Uh,
Was it terrible?
Why are you laughing so much, Pip?
Sorry, I thought of that one last night. I've been holding the whole night while I was sleeping.
It's just black and white. It's just dramatic shots back and forth between
Cows.
two noir just staring at each other.
Black and white. There's like one spot, then another
Have you
spot.
seen? Okay, I'm gonna post it after, but there's that like short, and it's like, how can I find love without my pants? And it's like these two muffins talking, and it's making fun of like French existentialist film. Okay, I'm gonna send it.
That's exactly the movie he saw.
That's exactly what it's like.
Cows.
But
Yeah.
cow.
With cows.
It's incredibly dramatic, and there's like this slow music. It's amazing.
Yeah. It's extra black and white in that there's no gray. It's just black and white. You know, there's only like completely dark patches and completely
It's like
white
totally
patches.
posterized.
Yeah, it starts on like the side of a cow and then like zooms out and then it's like an egg and then a noir comes out of the egg. It's really weird.
It's really over my head.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Excellent. This morning, I assume you guys have gotten groceries, so there's some food on the ship to pass
I
people
did a
out the
huge
food.
shopping trip like 2 sessions ago, so there's a ton of stuff on the ship.
Lots of healthy cereals.
Yes.
Lots of special K.
Special K. It's cashew spelled with a K.
Because that is what Manala would eat for breakfast.
Yeah, it's like freeze dried a bunch of tropical fruits.
Yep.
Man, I have a craving.
Who
for
has
that.
the hollow coin for Herrick?
I did.
The card, yeah. I'm gonna talk to Pip about that and be like, thanks for transferring something. There was something I wanted to talk to you about.
If we don't positively encourage when he actually does pay us, he'll never have any reason to.
Whatever. I'm gonna say-
You guys have no idea that I didn't give you your fair share of the money.
I haven't said anything. Have you paid me my half?
You as players know, you as
Section.
characters do not. I gave everyone their
Oh, no,
175.
I'm just always suspicious of you because of that last time when I know you didn't give us money.
I'm already busy blowing it on burritos from that extra fast stand. It's
It's
delicious.
going to be
I also know
so
that
many
I
burritos.
thing, and you sold it, and you didn't give me any money.
Oh, well, there's
Yeah,
that.
so like we know. And also I could have rolled sense motive and I would have rolled well. So whatever. But anyways,
She knows.
I know. So I'm
She's
gonna-
Pharaoh.
Yeah. We got an interesting offer, basically to be.
Oh, yeah, new job?
Yeah.
New
Well,
jobs are always good.
it's ongoing, but it would give us a lot of leeway with the authorities. Essentially, we could be contractors for the stewards, and they would pay us on assignment. But
You
we
gotta be
would
fucking
have-
kidding me. Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious.
Why would we do that?
Because they'd pay us, and then we could do whatever we want.
I don't want to be involved with the stewards at all.
I don't either, but I know that before this is all over, whatever's going on with Jan is going to get messier than it already is. Now, wouldn't it be nice not to keep getting dragged in every time there's a scuffle?
Yeah, but I don't have
a
to
job.
answer to these stuffy assholes.
You do when they show up with a speeder and they take you in with their lightning sticks. Taser. Lightning stick. Lightning stick.
Buzz, buzz.
You don't know the name of anything, do you?
Whatever.
If it was important, she would have read it in the dossier.
Yeah, if it was important, I would have known, but I don't. The point is, I think it'd be in our interest, at least for the time being, to at least superficially accept. But they've also said that we can negotiate our payment, and I feel like you would be a good person to do that.
Yeah, if I wanted to work for them,
They don't know that you don't want to work for them.
Pip, I'll take a culture check to see what you know about steward contractors.
All right. Where did...
Should I also do that or no?
Sure.
Okay, I'm not sure.
Let me set my
I
drop
might know
down.
nothing though. Like, so if you don't want me to take it, I won't.
You're a bureaucrat. You might know some stuff.
16.
No. Oh, I might not. Yeah, 10 is my total.
You know what you've been told, Manala. Pip, you've never worked with them before. They almost never work with real stewards.
I hate the stewards, so.
So, like, but when you were in the steward navy,
Oh, okay.
you never encountered steward contractors. You just knew they were out there doing other stuff. So you know that they don't interact with the stewards a ton. It's really just like when you're a steward contractor, you have access to a bounty board.
All right.
And then when stuff goes,
Feel free to still not want to take their money. But
we get badges.
Well, I want to take their money. I just don't want to have to be beholden to them.
There was
Well, I
talk of
think this
uniforms.
actually makes us less beholden to them because if they think that we work for them and then we do some kind of shady stuff, they won't get us in trouble, or they're
Yeah.
less likely to.
I still don't think that's how that works.
See, it's like being under their thumb makes us less out of their hand. You know what I mean?
I never got a definitive answer, but there was talk of uniforms.
I mean, especially not doing.
And I go like this. I'm like, there's no uniforms.
We could use them to get into other places.
No, undercover. You don't want to be in
This is
uniform.
about as
I think that's what the badge is for.
This is about as much uniform as you're gonna see on me, and it's like my old, like beat up navy jacket with like the patches, like
It's like an actual uniform, though.
yeah, the jacket, but it does.
it's not current anymore. It's old. Nobody wears it anymore.
When all this
The
business
fashion statement.
with Jan is wrapped up, we can tell them we're not interested anymore. But in the meantime, wouldn't it be nice to have a little bit of cash on the side and not be getting, dragged in every time they want something from us? We can do it more on our own terms.
Fine, give me the number.
Okay, so I tell you, do I know anything about Herrick Redcloak other than what Dives told me? Probably not.
Give me a culture check.
Oh, yeah. +4.
Nice.
You look him up.
Nice.
He's the liaison to this branch of the stewards, the contractors. His reputation is for being sort of gruff, to the point, very business oriented. Doesn't like chit chat, messing around, anything like that.
Well, I thought Pip would be better
He was
negotiator.
described as surly.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, sort of.
Yeah, I mean, basically anything that you're going to tell me, I'm going to debrief Pip on and be like, he's a surly
Very,
dude,
very
I bet you
business
two would get
first.
along.
Brief, because this is ahead of.
Former steward infantry.
There you go.
Alright. Officer or enlisted?
Non-com.
I give you all the info and then I say, like, talk to him wherever you want, but do it on your own terms and see what price you can get out of him for whatever we're looking at.
Not quite wherever I want. My engine room is still blaring music.
Oh, is it? I didn't notice.
What is that about?
The playlist is starting to loop.
Do you need my help? Do you need me to go check?
Say, don't worry, we'll be even. And I go to the bridge to go make this call.
You put the hollow coin on there. It adds the contact. It kind of eats the hard coin you had.
What is a coin? I thought you said card. I'm sorry.
It's like a business card, but it's like a little circular
That's cool,
piece of hologram that electronic devices will eat.
That's
Like
sweet.
it vanishes.
Awesome.
And a gruff, bearded, sort of close cropped beard, red-haired human appears and says, "Steward contractors, what can I do?"
Hey, Dibes said that you would have an offer for us. We're the survivors from
Oh yeah, you guys.
Black Rock Station.
Yeah, you called in some favors and we got you on the board. You taking the job?
I need to know what the numbers look like.
And he says, he pushes a button and sends you over some little mission dossiers, which all, of course, have the payment right on top.
Okay.
The cheapest one is 1,000 credits.
All right, well,
That's the lowest number.
looks pretty good to me. And I say, and he said something about badges or some shit.
He goes, oh yeah, those. Does
I don't want them, but
your ship have a fabricator, or
We
you got
I don't think
some
we,
UDPs lying around?
yeah, I got a fabricator in the engine room.
Okay, yeah. I'll send you the file and you can make them.
Great.
Just make sure the file's all good because there's some special stuff in there.
All right.
are you
He's
not
like,
gonna hardball this guy? I hired
There
you.
you go.
We're gonna hardball him.
and he's like, all right, I'll send the paperwork over, but you can do whenever. I don't care.
Works for me.
Um,
Give him a little.
he's like, do you want rundowns on any of the jobs? Or are you good?
I'll read them over.
He's like, he says, you sound like Steward Navy.
Yeah, Chief Petty Officer.
Hey. And he kind of gives you like this little mocking, like, dorky salute.
It's been a long time.
He's like, yes, it has. And he says, if I ever get a day off, we should get a drink together.
Sounds good to me. I'll get back to you when we're done with some of these contracts.
He's like, sounds good. Hangs up. And you can tell that he was so glad that that was the easiest call he's made all day. He's made in a long time. Somebody who just knows what they want, asks him for it, and he gives it to them, and they say, okay.
All right.
You have 4 files, 4 mission briefs.
Cool. I'm gonna call everybody in so we can go over them. Ooh, actually,
Go
better
on
yet,
phone.
let's all meet in the holodeck
Ooh, yes.
and we can load them up.
Shouldn't you also? Well, do you want to do the fabricator after?
We can fabricate the badges later. It's literally, it's like I've got like a 3D printer for spare parts in the.
Yeah, that can do simple stuff.
Yeah, like a badge.
Yeah. You bring it up, and there are 4 jobs. The cheapest one said one of them says a jungle box station, which is slang for a term for these stations that are somehow growing a ton of stuff, usually for biotech purposes.
It's called what?
A jungle box. It's a space station that has all kinds of crazy life in it that they harvest for special biologics and other things like that.
This is just like a salvage mission.
And occasionally, terrible things happen on them because the stuff gets out of control. And this one, the date is like 7 months ago when it went dark. And they said, the brief explains, survivors are extremely rare in these cases, and it's 7 months old, so, take your time. We would like you to retrieve the black box. If you can clear out the infestation, do. But otherwise, we just, mostly want the black box so we know what happens, and if you can clear out the station, there's a bonus. Because the station is valuable.
Or what's the credit amount? What's the base and the bonus on that one?
The base is 1,500. Just bring the black box back.
And then
1,500.
plus what for the?
Plus another 1,500 if you can salvage the station. If you can neutralize the stuff.
Cool.
The cheap one, that's just 1,000, and it seems to be that's as low as the number can go, is on Akaton.
Hey.
Starting like 4 years ago, a small farmer, a small rancher on Akaton has been sending 2 messages to the stewards every week for 4 years, requesting this sort of obscure legal thing where if you're persecuted or something or some other hardship, you can ask for government work assistance in your small business. And he's been asking forever.
I know this rancher, being a small farmer myself.
You might. There's a lot of these small ranchers. And it's the note from Herrick says, please just do this one so it goes away. It's so annoying.
We just need to go help him.
Just show up. It says you just need to show up and help him a bit.
Yeah, assess the situation, see if he needs money or help or what, and then deal with it.
When you start to say someone has been sending an obnoxious message for 4 years, I'm like, is this just Percy? Is he just gonna flip a switch and we get 1,000 credits?
It's me.
No, it's not Percy. You could do a culture check, Percy, to see if you know this guy's name.
Sure. Heard of him, yeah.
It's gonna be hard. These farmers don't really interact with each other much.
It's fair. We've got big plots of land. We don't see each other much.
It's got huge tracts of land.
Nah, there's lots of ranchers.
I should have done my profession farming check.
I'd allow that. What's the modifier for that?
That's probably worse.
Oh, okay.
You're not a great farmer.
You don't know him.
Oh, it's sick.
There's another job on Akaton.
Ooh, all right.
It says the local Akatonian militia has asked for assistance, saying that a large shipment of weapons has been stolen by a local group of bandits, sort of extremist folks. Kind of culty, but you can get more information on them in the file. But anyway, this group of outlaws has stolen a large store of weapons and has really stepped up their attacks lately, and they're saying we need help to get them back or deal with this.
And they're resisting the militia's rule.
They're blowing up rail lines. They're doing attacks. They're taking over territory. They're a big problem.
Okay, cool.
All right, that's gotta be a big payout.
It is a big payout. It's 5,000.
Damn.
And
Wow.
what was the first Akaton job?
Help this farmer.
Oh, that was 1,000. Sorry, that
Help
was.
Yeah.
a rancher.
There's 1,000. Yeah, I have all
Sorry.
these.
I was just asking about price.
Yeah.
And then there was one that says there is a derelict ghost ship
Ooh.
floating at Lagrange Point L6. Stuck there. Got dumped out of the drift recently. It's not near any major shipping lanes, so it's a low priority job, hence you guys are getting it. But anybody who goes near it gets attacked by, initial reports are saying, an undead crew.
Wow. Perfect for October.
So they're
Ghost
saying,
crews.
go get rid of that. And it says, extreme prejudice allowed, just neutralize threat.
I think we can smash some bones.
How much for that?
That one is 2,500.
We need to beef up the tech in here.
3,000 if you can return with an explanation of what happened.
So that's plus 500 for the explanation.
And you can see the itemized thing, like these different agencies are pitching in money to like this research group is like, we'll give you 1,500 if you figure out what's going on.
Yeah, totally.
Cool.
And these are the jobs.
Cool. Sweet.
I vote that we stop by the derelict ghost ship on our way to Akaton for strictly time of the year related reasons.
You do some
Spookness.
math and you think you can slingshot yourself and save some fuel that way.
Where was slingshotting around? Sorry.
You do a bunch of drift math. It takes you a little while, but you think if you go that way, you might be able to save some time, actually.
Nice.
So I say derelict ghost ship, Akaton, Jungle Box.
Sounds good.
Sounds good to me.
So, to recap, Jan thinks we're dead,
Great.
Hopefully.
hopefully, at least for a little while. Are all of these significantly farther away than where we are right now from Black Rock?
Yes, they are all further away.
Great. Sounds like the direction I want to go.
Though Black Rock was like between Akaton and Absalom.
Oh wait,
because-
hang on. Let me.
But the closer we are to danger, the farther we are from harm. It's the last thing he'll expect.
Okay.
Space.
Diaspora. Oh,
Yep, asteroid belt.
there we go. It's difficult to do backwards.
Isn't it?
Absalom Station, right here.
Uh-huh.
Akaton, right here.
Oh, how did we end up in the diaspora on a ship that was going from Akaton to Absalom Station?
Lots of transfers. How did I end up in fucking Wisconsin? Or how did I end up in Atlanta, Georgia, trying to fly from San Diego to Boston?
All right.
Fair.
Also,
That's my
it was an
question to
old-
you.
Also, it was cheap, and Jake, remember? And it was like an old cruise liner.
Yeah, all right.
So,
You probably had to, go stop there and then come back.
yeah, it was like a zigzag.
All right.
And then, where's Castroville?
Castroville's closer to the sun than
Castroville's
Absalom.
right there.
Yeah.
Castroville.
Nice.
That's also nice and close.
Planet full of evil zombies.
Not Castroville, different planet, yeah.
That's just who lives there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And everyone
no,
thinks
I
that's okay.
recall.
Are they the research group that's funding the zombie crew?
Nothing to say.
It's above your pay
Just like
grade.
a bunch of undead scholars,
Wait.
like, interesting.
I know
Maybe
the
new
answer
species.
because it's a solar system and everything moves.
Yeah.
So Absalom and Akaton could have been on opposite sides of the sun,
Fair,
so
yeah.
you've got to go
Self-orbited.
out,
Fast in line between the.
and then you got to go out, past the diaspora, so you go wider, and then come back in.
And you think you could hit this ghost ship and then be on your way to Akaton?
Maybe we slingshot it around the diaspora.
We lay in a course.
You, Pip, you driving?
I think Pip and Percy together.
Yeah.
Percy,
Before we leave, I think I want to buy a mining laser.
okay.
You have enough money for one of those now?
I'll do math off stream before next session. See
Also,
what we're able to
like,
buy.
I mean, the truth is, if we want to do some of these jobs like the last one, I think we need to beef up the fighting capabilities of the ship.
You could do that before you leave. We could do a cool, getting ready for adventure montage.
Shopping
Yeah.
montage.
We need to
And
buy
I
a lot more guns and a lot more ammo. Like, we have
to the sound of, the Galaxy Go-Go's in this
course.
montage.
Yeah.
As,
Yeah.
Pip is installing something and
Travel
like...
through the galaxy, go, go, go.
It's, what was the name of a famous battle that you were in, Pip, like against the Swarm?
Ask Lincoln.
Anything?
Oh,
I was thinking set to the tune of Waterloo.
let's call it, Octurne. Octurne. This planet right here. There was a
Not
huge
the right
battle
amount
there.
of syllables, but I'll make it work.
Breath it up.
Battle of Octurne.
Oh yeah, breath. That works.
Yeah, I want to be aligning dilithium crystals in this with like goggles on.
So yeah, what's the stuff you guys want to do before you get out there and kick some butt?
We have plenty of food. I took care of that like 2 sessions ago.
You're stocked.
We're like hella stocked on food and stuff for the plant and stuff for the chicken. We just need we need more tech. We need a lot of ammo.
Yeah.
And we need, if we can install better guns on this ship, that would be amazing.
I will. I would say before next week, I will go through and we'll pick out what guns we bought
Yeah,
retroactively.
we'll do it in the channel and like I'll browse through too.
Awesome montage of like Pip coming back with like an ATV towing like a little trailer full of stuff, be it equipment for you guys or guns for the ship and upgrades for the ship, and then all of you working together to install it. And then do you put any new insignia on the ship?
Oh, what did we decide to name it?
Oh, we never came up with anything.
Are you keeping Sunrise Maiden in Orcish?
No, what if we come up with something else?
Well, let's do that
I
right
like
now.
Sunrise Maiden. It's not that bad.
Oh, wait. Can we name ourselves after the show? Solar Defender Universe Uniters?
Please.
Oh, wait.
Silver's good. We keep Silver something.
No, I'm just thinking of Uranus, the character, the Aarakocra.
Garius?
Garius, sorry, I wrote down. Yes.
But the Horizon Treader. It's kind of like the Sunrise Maiden.
It sounds like the Dawn Treader.
Yeah.
And the whole
Voyage of the Horizon.
kind of red and white.
Oh, red and white. Oh, okay.
Spaceship name generator. Here we go.
Silverblood, except that that's in Skyrim.
Raven, Siren, Zenith, Thunderstorm.
Oh, you did say something about a bird last time, Alex.
Star
Talon.
Talon.
Well, I mean, the classic Star Wars thing is make it a bird.
Are we
the hawk, the
Silver Talon?
Falcon.
The hawk, the crane, the...
A kite, Kyte, is a really cool looking bird of prey.
Kite and rock are good single-syllable birds.
Yeah.
Ooh, those are both really cool.
Rock is an awesome
Kites
baby
are
bird.
cool too, but they're real, so sorry.
I like rock.
Rock is okay. Just make me think of a rock, which I know is not right.
Red
It's not
rock?
spelled the same.
Ooh, do we want to be Red Rock? I really like Red Rock.
I like Red Rock.
Red Rock.
But without the K.
Yeah.
So, you do this new bow paint, and on the wings, that's on the tail that says Red Rock, you get the new,
We
the
spray
new
paint a rock.
identifying number. You've got like this sort of little like 3D printer like painting gun that you just sort of like wave over the thing, and it shoots the ink out, and you repaint it. I'm assuming if this sounds cool, you can do this. So it's got like the beak on either side, like kind of like snarling, like an old World War II thing, and then sort of like a flying one on top of the thing with the wings.
Nice.
So you guys just look cool as hell.
God, we look cool. And we got fucking badges now.
Oh, I doodled them.
You guys make the badges. They're about this big.
Sweet.
They're just like a couple inches across. Just a little steward symbol, and on the back there's sort of this circuitry that is different on all of them. That seems to be how they're unique.
I want to have like a button, kind of like patch flap of fabric that I can just like expose, and then otherwise it can be discreet.
Okay, yeah. No, you can mess with your jacket and have there be kind of like a secret thing where you can.
There's
like,
a
flash
sewing
your,
montage.
Your steward badge.
I want to install mine so that like, you know how like some people like have like hidden like boot holsters or thigh holsters for weapons. I want to have that, but for my badge.
Awesome.
I don't ever like to look like I have weapons. If I need to have a weapon, something has gone horribly wrong in my.
There's like a little pouch on the side of your boot now for your badge.
Yeah, exactly.
Club.
I think that just a normal badge is what I want. I want to show this thing off, get around, show off the authority.
All right, so you're just wearing it.
Yeah.
All right. Be ready to cover it if we don't want to go in.
Yeah, I can have an extra jacket over.
And
I have like a jumpsuit on anyway.
I didn't print a fourth one.
All right. You only printed 3.
Oh.
And I feel like you might as well just like have it. I feel like convenient.
Might be nice to have.
Jobs.
Yeah. Oh well.
You notice there's something funny with the file where it seems to be able to change itself. You printed the same file 3 times, but each of them is different.
Ooh, that's cool.
The circuitry on the back is different. It's as if the file is made so that you can't make the same badge twice.
Cool. They'll have unique
Self-modeling.
identifying badge numbers.
All right. So we'll handle all that math later. The camera pans through the cockpit as everybody's like strapped in and stuff, including the chicken.
Yeah.
He's got his own kind of simple chicken harness with his action figure right next to him.
Oh, does he have it glued to the dash like Yondu?
It's like tied on there. No, it's in the seat. It's in the seat with him.
Oh, of course.
He's sitting next to it.
So they both fit.
And as Pip is sort of deftly maneuvering the ship out of the dock, Percy is on the radio, calling Absalom's South Spire air control, requesting permission to depart.
Oh, this is Red Rock.
Go, Red Rock.
Now departing Absalom Station.
You're clear on heading Sigma 4.
Thank you.
Good luck out there.
Sigma
I
4,
did
Roger.
the paperwork part where I re-registered the ship with the new name.
Yeah. It's all like that kind of like hollow like tone that for some reason all those radios have.
Yes.
I
Do we have
love it.
clearance, Clarence?
Roger. What's your vector, Victor?
You guys get out, you lay in the course on the drift drive, and credits.
Cool.
Sweet.
Much Chewy.
When Maynala heads to bed for the night while we're traveling,
Wait.
After credit scene.
Wait.
go ahead.
Before we left the station, I said this last time and I had to remember this time and I forgot till
Yeah.
right now. I wanted to send a thank you note to the kobold who helped us at Blue Ion Warehouse.
Done.
Okay.
That's part of the montage. You write a very heartfelt little thank you note.
Be like, we're just getting started as journalists. You've really helped our careers. We so appreciate everything you gave to us. Thank you.
Part of the montage is him opening and being like, and then he takes it up next to
Yeah, that's awesome.
his computer.
Great. Okay, good.
All right.
Sorry, I didn't want to forget that.
Post-credit scene.
Yeah.
Maynala, you get to your room, you get all ready for bed, you were about to lay down to bed, you're literally like, leaning into the bed, and suddenly all the gravity disengages in your room.
I thought you were gonna play the music.
Help!
Excellent. Credits.
Cool.
Players, you have done so amazing that you all level up to level 3 now.
Woohoo!
Yes.
And viewers, thank you so much for watching. The players go shopping and have a montage and try to figure out where these French fries are coming from. And we will see all of you next week, hopefully after you've watched Princess of Isari.
On Wednesday night at 7:15 p.m. Pacific.
Except there maybe isn't one next week.
There may or may not be. We'll see.
Same bat time, same bat channel, probably.
Yes.
You're in that.
And goodbye.
Bye.